Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Keith, the Assistant Professor in Tourism and Airlines. Today we are going to cover a very important topic, that is the concept of ecotourism. What is ecotourism? Ecotourism is defined as the responsible travel to the natural areas that conserve the environment, sustain the local people's culture, and educate the tourist about the environment and ecosystem. Now, the characteristics of the ecotourism. So, the first characteristics of ecotourism involves that it is a product, or ecotourism is a product that involves traveling to the natural areas. Means if you are traveling to the natural areas, that means you are an ecotourist. Second character is that it is characterized by the education and interpretation feature. Means the ecotourist is knowledgeable enough about the environment or the ecosystem. He is responsible. The third one is this, that these types of tours are organized by the specialized tour operators who themselves are educated enough about the environment and conservation. The next characteristics involves that the motive of the tourist is to observe and appreciate the natural surroundings and the environments. Moreover, one of the major characteristics is that in ecotourism, it minimizes the negative impacts of the tourism. So these are some characteristics by which you can identify the ecotourism. Now we cover the components of ecotourism, that ecotourism is comprised of what factors. The first and important factor or the component is the conservation and preservation of nature. Ecotourism conserve and preserve the natural habitat of wildlife, ecosystems and biodiversity. So it is the major component of ecotourism. Second is it provides the education and interpretation about the environment to the tourist as well as the host community. They themselves take care about the environment and different ecosystems and the importance of environment. The third component of ecotourism is that they engage the community and provide the socio-economic benefits. When communities engaged in the tourism activities, they get the economic opportunity themselves. So it is one of the important component. The next is cultural respect and preservation. So the motive of ecotourism is to conserve the culture and create a mutual understanding and respect toward each other's culture, and to preserve the culture as well. Lower tourism impact means the ecotourism component involves that the impact of tourism should be lower. The negative impact should be lower with the ecotourism activities. Ethical wildlife viewing and interaction means ecotourism ensures that the wildlife destruction or harm should be minimized. Tourists should be educated about the natural or the wildlife habitat of the animals, so that they should be at a distance and not harming the animals. And it also support the wildlife research, means ecotourism also support the conservation and research. It provides the funds and donations for the conservation and for research purpose. Ecotourism also supports or uses the sustainable infrastructure. They uses the minimal energy consumption or the minimal pollution. They implement the waste management systems. One of the efficient ecotourism component is regulatory compliance and certificate. Means whosoever is involved in the ecotourism business, he should make sure that he is fulfilling the rules and regulations related to the environment, as well as they are eco certified or eco accredited with certain certifications. So these are some of the important components that comprise the ecotourism, and with this we understand the what is ecotourism is. After this, we have one more important topic, that is social benefits of ecotourism. So what are the social benefits? Social benefits means what are the benefits society or the local community is getting from the ecotourism. So let us start with the first one, that is economic opportunities. The local communities getting benefit from the ecotourism as they get the opportunity to get some job and revenue generation, whether they are tour guide or they are providing the hospitality or they are artisans or they are doing business of the handicrafts. Whatever it is, they are getting some revenue, some economic opportunities from the ecotourism. The second is community empowerment. Community empowerment means that the local community are getting involved in the decision making process. They are involved in the process of tourism business, in the planning process, in the management. So local people wants their share to be in the part of doing planning and management. Next we have cultural preservation, means with the help of ecotourism, the culture of the local community has been preserved, and because the tourists are visiting the ecotourism destinations and also knowing the culture of the local communities, so it also enhances the and preserve the local culture. Next is capacity building and skill development, means with the help of ecotourism, the local community is getting some skills and getting educated, and this help them to get the jobs and earn revenue. By becoming a tour guide or by learning the languages, they can cater the tourist and involve in other tourism activities. Next, we have infrastructure development. Of course, where there is a tourism, there is infrastructure development. So, whether it is road or accommodations or medical services or education institutions, whatever has been developing, it will also help the local people, and the basic services is also provided to the local people. Next is cultural exchange. Of course, when tourist and host interact, they exchange their culture. They understand each other's culture, they respect each other's culture, which is good for the host community as well as for the tourist, which enhance their experience. Next, we have health and well-being. Of course, ecotourism involves outdoor recreational activities, including hiking or trekking or nature walks, which not only remains them with positive energy but also improves their health, not only of the tourists but also of the local people. So yes, it improves the health and well-being of the local people. So these are some social benefits of the ecotourism. Hope you understand it. Now let us discuss ecotourism and related subsectors of the tourism industry. So in this, we will understand that what are the other forms of tourism that are related with the ecotourism, or we can say that what are the other forms of tourism that you can enjoy when you are on ecotourism travel destination. Let us begin with the first, adventure tourism. Adventure tourism involves outdoor activities in natural surroundings or natural environments such as hiking, mountaineering, or trekking, or bird watching, wildlife safaris. All these are the activities that are related with the ecotourism, and both emphasize on the conservation of environment and minimal impact on the environment. So in this way, you can enjoy the adventure tourism as well when you are on ecotourism trip. Next, we have nature tourism. So nature tourism involves focusing the natural areas or visiting the natural areas to observe and appreciate the wildlife, landscapes and the ecosystems. So in ecotourism, you are supposed to do the same. Your motive is to conserve the environment or appreciating the environment and getting the education about the ecosystems and the biodiversities. So these activities are in ecotourism as well as in the nature tourism. So if you are traveling for the ecotourism, you can also enjoy the activities that comes under the nature tourism with the same motive. Next we have wildlife tourism. Wildlife tourism involves observing and interacting with the animals in their natural habitats, where you can enjoy the jeep safaris, elephant safaris, or clicking the pictures of the animals and interacting with minimal distraction. So wildlife tourism is again connected with the ecotourism. In ecotourism, you can do the same. So both wildlife tourism and ecotourism aimed at ethical wildlife observation. Both wildlife and ecotourism focus on same thing, that is minimal harm to the animals, minimal destruction to the animals. Next is cultural tourism. Cultural tourism focusing on experiencing and learning about the customs, traditions, dance, singing, and heritage of different culture, which involves the local community. And if we talk about the ecotourism, they are also allow us to exchange the culture, knowing the tradition, knowing the lifestyle of the local people. So again, cultural tourism and ecotourism are complementing each other, and if you are traveling to ecotourism, you can also enjoy the cultural tourism, and both motives as preserving the culture and respecting the culture of the local people. After this, we have community-based tourism. So what is community-based tourism? It involves engaging with the local communities and supporting the community-based tourism initiatives. So community-based tourism basically revolves around the local community. The planning, the management, the decision making is done by the local people. And in community-based tourism, you stay at the home of the local people, you eat what they eat, you do what they do, and you enjoy the livelihood they are enjoying. So in ecotourism also you can do the same. You can live in the homestays, you can use the local bullock carts or local transportation which are eco-friendly. You can adopt the agriculture practices. If you're going on ecotourism, you can also enjoy the community-based tourism, because both are focusing on preserving the culture and respecting the community and providing the community empowerment. Then we have sustainable tourism, which involves the planning, managing, promoting tourism in such a way which balance the 3P: planet, people, and profit. Planet for environment, people for socio-culture, profit for economic consideration. So sustainable tourism can anything in which these three parameters are important. And in the same way, ecotourism also focus on conservation, sustaining the local culture, and also providing benefits, economic benefits to the local community as well as the tour operators or other service providers. So these are some forms of tourism that you can enjoy when you are on ecotourism trip. Now, I would like to tell you an interesting international case study of a country that is known as a global leader in ecotourism. They have focused on conserving the protected areas and environment. This project aimed to improve the collaboration with local communities and use the technical tools to improve the control of protected areas. They want to become the prime destination for the ecotourism, for which they come up with a project and they successfully achieved it. So as a result, the country has to offer 26 national parks, 58 wildlife refuges, 15 wetland areas, 32 protected areas or zones, 8 biological reserves, and 11 forest reserves. So all of these achieved by the country with the practices they have adopted as a ecotourism destination. They have rich in biodiversity, they have the protected areas, they have collaborated with the tourism industry, they have collaborated with the local community, and in nutshell we can say that they have adopted the theories behind the ecotourism development or the ecotourism principles or practices or the sustainable tourism practices. So, this country is none other than Costa Rica. Now, it's your time to tell me in which continent or in which region this country falls. In Costa Rica, we have one destination that is Monteverde Cloud Forest Reserve, that is known as ecotourism destination and managed by local people. This destination offers guided nature walks, zip lining, adventure activities, and bird watching, which provide the tourism with immersive experience. And if we talk about national case study, so in India we have Kaziranga National Park, which is in the northeastern state of Assam. So Kaziranga National Park is known for its one-horned rhino. So this destination emerged as a ecotourism destinations because of the conservation efforts and collaboration with the local people. This destination offers jeep safari, elephant safari, bird watching, and other experience which allowed the tourists to explore the park's diverse ecosystem and observe wildlife without any disturbance and harm. Can you name more ecotourism destinations that belongs to India? Comment down and thank you.